Do you hate your job? Trust me, I've been there. Dreading Mondays, can't wait for Fridays. Did you know you didn't have to live like that? I did for years until I found my notary commission. Now you're probably thinking, how in the world is a notary making great money? I teach you that in my Ultimate Notary Training Bundle. I'm going to teach you how you take a simple notary commission and begin generating six figures for yourself and your business. You don't have to stay in the rat race. You can actually live the life that you would love to wake up to every single day. Don't delay. Click the link below, and I'll teach you how to gain time and financial freedom through the notary industry.
Interested in working remotely from home with the ability to set your own schedule? Then contact Notary to Notary. Our online training program teaches individuals everywhere how to create and run successful notary businesses nationwide. Whether you're looking for supplemental or full-time income, we'll teach you the benefits of being a business owner, including time and financial freedom. Visit notarytonotary.com to learn more about our training program.
Good morning, guys. This little hair is bothering me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy signing. How is it? What is today? Thursday. Oh my gosh, it's almost the weekend already. This is out of pocket. Is it just me, or I feel like this week is like flying by? Okay, we can schedule, I'm sorry, for 10 a.m. Perfect. Okay. Good morning, guys. Happy signing. What have you guys been working on this week? Oh my gosh. If you are new to the channel, oh my gosh, it's coming in. Yay. If you're new to the channel, my name is Vanessa Terry. I help individuals in the country build successful notary businesses. And so I'm really excited. A couple things I wanted to talk about today, but I definitely want to get any of your questions answered that you may have about your notary business. So we're going to hop right into it. And my babes coming in. I am at the Notary Business Center here in Chesterfield, Virginia. Good morning, darling. Look happy. We're going to go bother her. Come on, let's go say hi to my sister first. Are you ready? Too late. Say good morning. This is the happy face you'll see when you come into the Notary to Notary Business Center. Not saying anything. Good morning. Good morning. I call her off guard. She just walked through the door. She's like, ma'am, leave me be. But anyway, back to Rita. Good morning. Good morning. I like to bother her. All right, so let's just talk about what we have going on. If you do have questions about your notary business, about how to get started, all that good stuff, just let me know. For me, it's going to be really busy today, tomorrow, and Saturday. I know most of you guys have heard about our new programs that are coming out, the Realtor to Realtor and Loan Officer Edge. And so I'm really excited about that. We just signed a new deal with a very large company. So they'll be announced on Saturday. That is going to basically allow for all of our students to go through us and get their licensing and continue education for real estate and for loan origination, which is essentially being a loan officer. And I'm really excited about that. So that's really cool. We do still have the unlimited passes, a limited access pass for those two programs. If you haven't gotten yours, you still have time to get yours. I'll put the link. I think this link will give you that. Say before I put it in. No, it doesn't. Okay. If you go to just notarytonotary.com, you'll see under all the courses, you'll see a Loan Officer Edge and the Realtor to Realtor Unlimited Access Pass. Those are the two passes. Hey, Tamika, or I got to text you about something for that job we did. Something small. They're closing today, and she sent me something else that I think they need in addition to what you initially closed. But I'll text you after. Hey, Shalisa. Good morning. Good morning. So I also have a deposition. That I said it right. I was saying, what I was saying, disposition. I was saying disposition. It is so hard to say. It's like deposition. I have a deposition. Anywho, so notaries can do those as well. I'll do those pretty. Depends if so I used to do them a lot. I don't do them as much anymore, but now I'm definitely going to lock back in and do them more because they're just so easy to do. A deposition is basically just where you're swearing somebody in for a court case or hearing or what have you. I usually, and it's so quick and easy sometimes. So sometimes it can take a longer time to do. So if you ever saw when I was referring everybody to go to Parrot, for example, Parrot does depositions. There's a couple other companies that do them. I thought about doing a class on it and just kind of teaching you guys how to get into it and giving you guys some referrals, like some companies you can register with. But this one in particular is on, I don't know, this next week. And all you do essentially is you come on a session, sometimes it's a phone call, sometimes it's Zoom or what have you, and you swear that person in. And so that's something that you can do when you administer oaths, and you just say, do you, most judges still want you to say, do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? No, I was kidding. No. What is the other thing? Okay, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth? Well, no, that's not the, what is the other oath? I was just saying it the other day. Anyway, and you have them say it, and then that's it. Like, you just get them in, and once they're sworn in, you get off the call. And so normally I charge for depositions anywhere between $50 and $75 for like for every 30 minutes. That's how I typically do it when people just call me independently. So but if they think, because the thing is, like, someone can book you for a deposition, but they're in a queue and it's a lot of people. Like, when you go to court, they'll put a docket, and on that docket could be like people, and that person, like, yeah, the court was at 9, but they were like person number 6. So you can be sitting there, and I've had that happen where I was at someone's house and I was just sitting there, and I would tell them, like, okay, it is $70, $75 for the first 40 minutes for the first hour, or I think I usually do it in 30-minute blocks, and then for every 30 minutes after, it's $50 for me to sit there, because I could be sitting in your house for 2-3 hours. And what I would always do is just take my laptop with me and I'll just work. And when they call them up, then I would just swear them in, and then I'm leaving. This one in particular, I don't have to go to anybody's house. It's everything is virtual. I hope they do more court cases like this where everything is virtual. Just making it more normalized. Not for everything, but like some stuff like speeding tickets and parking, stuff like that. You don't need to be in the courtroom for that. Can we do a virtual for that? But you still have to get sworn in. And so when it's their turn for the court case, you just swear them in. And so this one I'm doing, I should be on the call for talking like 10 minutes or whatever, typically like 10-15 minutes at the most, and it's $75. And literally all you do is you just wait for them to say, okay, is your notary here? They say yes. Okay, notary, swear them in. Okay, can you say your name here? Okay, do you I forget the little clause, but basically ask them if they tell the truth, swear them in. It takes like literally 30 seconds. They say yes, and then that's it. Now sometimes the court will email you, the clerk will email you like a little affidavit to fill out with your notary credentials, and you email it back. But that is it. So depositions are always good. When I get them, honey, I'm like ecstatic, because you're not literally you're not writing anything, you're not printing anything, you're saying words. Y'all now I'll put y'all on the best way to make money, or the most, like, the easiest way. I'm all about easy money. You know that. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm just like, how can we make the most money with the least amount of effort having to go out? You know what I mean? Rita, out of pocket. Okay, so what? Whenever I say what, I hear Kendrick Lamar. Exactly. What's that song? He's like, what? Oh, that one. Whenever I say what, or people say what, that song just comes to my head. Y'all know the song I'm talking about. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What? They talking about nothing. Oh, something like that. Anyway, just so you know, that's what I'm thinking if you say what. That's the song. That's what's going on in my head. Okay? That's the song that's going on in my head. Okay. What? See? So as I was saying, we do have class today, another class today, Build Your Own Notary Request app Masterclass. It's only open for 20 people. This is not an unlimited event pass, accessible training, just because it's very technical. So every time we do this, we know it's not unlimited event pass. You do have to register for it. And it's only 20 people into the training because of the technicalities behind it. It's just too much to have a lot of people in that one class where I'm trying to teach them how to like build an app. So we always, whenever I've done this class, I think twice now, but I am using a different tool this time. That's a no code based. So that class, I'm trying to send this email out at the same time. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Rita, the amount of time it takes. Da 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 da. And don't like wait till the last minute and say, Vanessa, oh no, I need to get a ticket. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. And then I will also guide after a step-by-step guide, because like, yes, the class is an hour and a half, but after the class, you're gonna have more questions as far as like how the build goes. Get out of my conference room. You can come sit in this conference room. You are more than welcome, Tamika. But yeah, so I do have 2 closings today. And it's so funny. I only meant to accept one. I was looking at the other one. And when I was looking at it, I accidentally accepted it. So now I do closings. And I was like, oh man, I wanted to give it back. But I was like, Vanessa, just do the closing and stop. Like, please do. And I just got 2 new clients for that I need to process. I was just like, it's so funny because I'm trying to get into SnapDocs. One of them came off SnapDocs. The other one, I don't know where it came from. I gotta find it. I don't know. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna print this off. This one's not bad. I'm gonna print now, just so you know it's coming out your way. So I'm gonna print 2 sets. And then I gotta find one my other package. I thought I got assigned. Sometimes you think you get assigned to signing and you don't. You gotta check though, because sometimes you'll be like, oh yeah, we did. So I have a couple different listings, a lot of different listings, all over the place, and sometimes it'll go somewhere else. Maybe I didn't get it. Honey, I'm not mad at it because I was trying to get out of it a little bit. But hold on. Assigning at 12. There was a signing at 2. So right now I don't see the confirmation. So I want to be sure, because I thought I got a text that said you have a signing at 2. And I don't see a confirmation for 2 o'clock. So maybe I don't, which I would not be upset about, because I have a lot of work to do for the Loan Officer Edge and Road to the Real program. So that would actually give me time to work on that. Let me just check. Because sometimes you won't, like, I feel like I saw the text and I want to make the best way to check is to check, like, I'm checking SnapDocs and signing order and then my emails. And if I don't get there, that's not on me. I don't know what happened. Maybe the order got canceled and I didn't get a cancellation that showed it was canceled. That happens too. Yeah, I don't see it. So let me check one more place before I say doesn't exist. One more place. Is it printing, honey? Oh, did I tell you guys I got a job from findanotary.com? So I'm lit. Who has 67 subscribers? Do I have 67,000 subscribers? You're lying. Let me see. Can we get to 100,000, please? That would be great. We should do I would need to get to 100,000 subscribers, and then I'll have a massive giveaway. But that's be something really good, right? Oh my God, I do have 67,000 subscribers. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. That is so cool. Okay, we need to get to 100K. Can we get to 100K? Like, come on, guys. Tell your friends. Share the video. Like, subscribe, comment. This is what y'all got to do. like, subscribe, comment every video you watch. Like, just have me playing like when you go to sleep. What's that called? ASMR. I don't really ASMR though, but like just let it play. You share it with your friends and family. Watch the reels. Have it playing on all your devices. Like that, I haven't checked. That is so cool. I'm excited. I just stopped looking because, you keep looking kind of like, I really want to get to 100K because I want to get that silver plaque, that you get, that YouTube sends you once you hit that 100K subscribers. Like, I really, really, really want to get that. So I'm just like, man, when it does come, it's going to be awesome. Okay, but let me tell you. So I got a signing through from a law from my fines and notary directory at, not nightmares. Melinda said, not nightmares. No. You're not gonna get nightmares. I don't want anything crazy. Yeah, so you can get all your notary to your subconscious. You're fired, Rita. All right, this is not an affiliate. I don't get paid in any way from the NNA, but just know, like, I do get work from Fine Notary Listing sometimes. So that's when you need to pay for it. But yeah, so see when you say it like that, Tamika, just 32,600 more subscribers. Like that. I need you to like, you're almost there. Okay. So, but yeah, so I had a signing from Fine and Notary, which I actually gave to Tamika. So she did that one. Have an email from them. But anyway, so let's get back to the good. So we do have class tonight, the Build Your Own Notary Request Masterclass. And it's basically where I'm going to literally show you how to build your own mobile app. I told you guys before I had a mobile app in the App Store. And tonight, the one I'm going to build for you with you guys, the one I'm putting back in there, most likely it'll be finished by the end of the class. I do a little bit of automation, so I'm not going to get too heavy in the automations tonight. Really just focusing on the build itself, so that way you can at least get something up and into the store, which is what we want to be able to do. Just get something up, get it into the store. I did get this new, so I get requests from companies all the time that are like, oh, like, well, they want me to promote them to you. And I don't know. This one company seems interesting. I have more vetting to do of them to make sure they're going to be legit. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll share that with you once that's out the bag and we're all on the same page. But anyway, so I am printing for my signing right now. And let me tell you guys a little bit more about what's going on. But if you do have a question, you can put it in the chat for me. I don't think I like your attitude, sir. Okay. I posted this video about field inspections. We're on it. It's not that many. Yay! I like it. We're going to do a little countdown on subscribers. Like when I'm like, okay, you made it. It's like another 100, another 100. Like, I'm really excited. Okay. So what was I saying? I did get I did a video about the field inspections and talking about the company. I got a lot of people who responded to they're getting lowball from some companies. And I always say, like, the best way, whether that's field inspections, whether that's loan closing, whatever, typically that's almost you really have to deal with finagling with the price. You have to like call the companies, talk to them, learn about their brand, how to get you to ask questions. You can't just take what's given to you. And that's with everything in life. If you just like take whatever someone offers you, like, why would somebody just willingly offer you top dollar for no reason? Like, especially if they don't know you, you have to like go out and prove your point. Like, there was this one client that reached out to me that wanted me to do a job. I'm kind of keep it as vague as possible in case they watch the channel. And the pay point just wasn't what I wanted it to be. And I was just asking like for more details. Like, what exactly are you asking me to do? So explaining it to them that, well, normally people would do it for this amount. And I was just like, well, I'm not doing it for that amount. From what you're asking, it seems like you need more done. And I was just like, then I said, you know what, this is my first time doing this type of work. It's still notary related, but it's different. So, hey, I'll do it this one time at that pay point and let me see what it's about. And then they're able to see my work ethic and what I bring to the table. Like, I'm not just coming to like do nothing and be lackluster. And then from there we can renegotiate. And so I say that I do that a lot, like because I feel like a lot of times people, they don't know what you're bringing to the table, and they're probably used to working with lackluster. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I got a new client for mortgages, and she was working with another company, and they were just dropping the ball. And I was just like, when I was talking to her, it was just really, I'm really big on educating my audience, educating the people that I work with in any capacity. And so I pride myself on acquiring as much information as I possibly can. So that way, when you come to me, I'm not just giving you that one service you thought you were coming for. I'm giving you like a boatload. Like, I'm teaching you way more than you thought you needed. I'm going above and beyond. And so because I come with a Rolodex of information, once you see that, you see the value in paying me more. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I was able to get her from another client, another lender, and she's coming with me now. But that's just because and it's not like I didn't bribe her. I didn't say, oh, but I'm so pretty. I didn't say, oh, but we're the best. No, I just started dropping facts. And guess what? She went back and checked those facts. And when she went back, she was like, oh my God, why didn't they tell me this? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they did not. I don't know. But me, I'm going to keep it straight with you. I'm going to tell you what it is. Even if it costs me money at the end of the day, I'm always going to be 100 with you. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to give you all the information that I possibly have to help you be successful. And a lot of times too, well, y'all will see, like in real estate and mortgages, people don't, I'm going to leave it at that. We're not going to go deep into that world. I will go deep into that world. If you're inside the Loan Officer Edge program in particular, like that's the one we're really about to like kick off super aggressive. And Realtor to Realtor, but I'm excited for Loan Officer Edge for a number of different reasons. And I'm going to tell you in a little bit. I'm gonna give you guys the tea, okay? Because I feel like, I don't know. It's just like notaries. Like, you know, people like, they say, oh, you should be a notary. Oh, or they say, oh, you should be a notary. Oh, notaries don't make any money. You know, people say this about loan officers too. They be like, oh, some loan officers don't make no money. It's hard. It's hard. You got like a couple loan officer groups, and they're like, oh, complaining. And I'm like, it's not that hard. Like, you just have to be taught the right way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be taught the right way to do it. If you learn how, like, if you add most notaries, I'm telling you, most notaries in the United States are going to complain and say, oh, it's hard, There's a handful, a big handful of us that make great money. And those are the ones that go to the NNA conference, that do the training, or they just do their thing and don't talk to nobody, you know, like, but you'll see a lot of people complain and say, oh, it's hard. Oh, it's all the things, And it's not. It's really not that deep. It's just you don't know what to do. So I can tell you right now, I have 1, 2, 3. I have a couple. I'm not even counting them all. I would say at least 4 emails in my inbox right now of people like having a problem. Like, I wanted to do this. I don't really think to do it. I'm having all these issues, yada, yada, yada. But when I look at the problems they're having, it's like, oh, all you gotta do is do this. All you gotta do, like, I see how to solve it, like, in 2 seconds. But if you're doing this by yourself and you're having these same problems, if you don't have someone who can just look at it and say, oh, you just do this, stop doing that, come here, do this, like, or fix this, move that, do this, don't do that, do this, right? Then to you, it's like, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, it's so hard. It's not. It's that you don't know how to do it yet. You see what I'm saying? Same concept, I think, really applies to every industry, but I definitely see it for loan officers and for real estate agents. Like, if you're not successful in those spaces, you just don't know what you're doing. And I'm sorry to say it so bluntly, but it's the truth. Same thing for notaries. If you're not successful it's not that it's hard. And I'm gonna say people's justification of what's hard and easy is 2 different things. But it's not that it's hard, it's that you just don't know what you're doing yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have, like, for example, I'm so proud. I have 2 students that's in my Built For You now, and they're working, and they joined recently, and they're really locked in, and they're texting me about their signings and things like that. And it's just like, if you would have did it by yourself, you may or may not have had that success. You see what I'm saying? But when they have questions, they know they can text me and just say, oh, I had this, or I'm having this, but they're out there and they're doing it. And so it's so funny when I get, like, one of them will be like, oh my God, it actually works. And I'll be like, yeah, it does. I've been doing this for a long time. Like, yeah, it works. I know. I've been doing this for a long time. Like, just system. Like, anyone who says, and I firmly believe this, anybody who says they're not getting any notary work or they're not making good money, you're just doing it wrong. And I can say that's a fact. you are doing it wrong. And it's so crazy because I guess I've been doing it so long that I can, as a fact, you're doing it wrong. You're doing something wrong. This is why you're not making any money. It's not the system. It's not the economy. It's not your area. Unless you live in a place that has zero population. Unless, if you live in a super rural, there's no one out here, then the middle of nowhere, then yeah, you might have an issue. Then you have Ron, you have other things you can do. But yeah, you may have an issue if there's no population. But if you live in a place that has a population, honey, it's you. It's not them. It's you. You're just doing it wrong. And that's okay. Like when I first got started in 2014, I was doing it wrong. Okay. I had to figure it out. I didn't take anybody's classes, anybody's trainings. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do this. But I started figuring it out. I started researching a lot. It was a lot of trial and error, but it ended up, it took me almost 2 years to quit my job to go full-time notary. And that's because I had to figure it out by myself. And that's how long it took to figure it out. But if you don't have to you don't have to figure it out. I literally tell you how to do it. It's literally in the course. You just literally follow the steps. Like there's nothing in there that I have not talked about. There's nothing that you have to do that I have not talked about. Nothing. But most people just don't do the thing. Most people just don't do the thing, and then they're looking crazy like, oh, this doesn't work. Oh, like, stop miss me with that. Like, and it's like, it does work. You're not working. And like, even people, they say, oh, like, if I go work with inspection companies and they're like, oh, they all pay $5. No, they don't. And the fact that you think they do, I guarantee you probably only have like 5 companies. Like, it's just like, it's stress. It's not stressful. It's like, people say like, oh, go do signing services. Oh, they all lowball. They want to pay you $30. That's not true. I can show you checks of 100 plus. That's not true. It's not. You just don't know how to work. You don't know how to work the industry. You don't know how to get the closing. You don't know how to get the deals. Like you just don't know how. And that's why you're getting the short end of the stick. So if you are getting the short end of the stick, I want you to say, I just don't know how. It's not that the system is broken. The industry is not broken. You just don't know how. That's it. You just don't know how. Can we normalize that? Like, it's like if you see people that are successful in a space and you're not successful in that, I will tell you, in every state in this United States, there is a 6-figure notary. So if you don't know how, you just don't know how. It's not that the system's rigged, it's a scam, it doesn't work. No, you just don't know how. Like, let's just commit to saying that I just don't know how. Boom. And there you go. That's it. And I always relate this to, like, you know how I say the amount of money that you make, whether that's on a job or what have you, you learned how to make. And typically once you make a certain amount, you typically don't go down. So for example, I would never get a job again for like $10 an hour, or you can't even get a job for $10. What's the minimum wage? 13? So I would never get a job again for $13 an hour. Why? I know how to make more. It would be ridiculous. Why would I go back? But there are people who work jobs at $15 an hour, and some of them don't know how to make more. The idea of getting a job for like $30 an hour is like, how do I do that? Right? But once you get a job for $30 an hour, you like, oh, this is what it looks like. This is what I have to do. So you can pretty much maintain that. More times than not, you tend to increase in salary. Even if you lose a job, take a quick job for a minute, you usually get back to what you know. So the amount of money that you know how to make, you learned how to make. If you want to make more money, you have to learn to make more money, right? So that's why when you're like 15 and 16, they tell you, hey, it's your first job, go to McDonald's. Go here. Most of y'all wouldn't work at McDonald's now. Why? Because you're past that. You learn how to make more than what McDonald's is going to pay you. You see what I'm saying? And so same thing applies with business. Same concept. Like it's so funny. Who was it? Like everybody I've heard say at least once, Mark Cuban, most people that are successful, if you ask them, they have tons of videos. They'll say, if you lost all your money today, could you make it back? And they usually say, yeah, within like a couple months, I'll have it right back. Why? Because I know how. So once you know how to do a thing, you'll be fine. So that's why I say, like, I can in any state in these United States and make 6 figures because I know how, which is what I did when I went to Florida. So when I went to Florida, I was like, oh, boom, I can do this. It's the same concept, rinse and repeat over and over again, no matter where you go. And so that's why I say, if you know how to do it, always have that. That's why, like, for me, building a notary business, I know how to do. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I have to slip and slide for a second. I'm looking to get started. I just need to know how. Go to training, ultimate notary training at notarytonotary.com. Boom. That's it. And it's a funny thing because everybody, like, they talk, they ask me questions, they say, oh, how you do this? There's nothing. If you have taken my training, the ultimate notary training, and watched the little replays too at the very end, so you have all the coursework in there. At the very end, there's a bunch of links for like course replays. If you do that, there's nothing that I talk about for the most part besides like AI and like automation, which is different now, that is not in there. It's all in there. Between all the courses, it's all in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like reiterating it in different ways. It's all the same thing being said that's inside the training. So there's not like if I swear to you, unless it is something that's AI or like AI, social media marketing has changed a little bit. Outside of that, there's nothing that I'm going to tell you right now that I cannot go to the course and find the slide or the PDF or the video where I said the same thing. Okay. Does that make sense? There's nothing new that I'm saying outside of, before you be like, hold on, besides AI and automations and some social media marketing that's new. Everything else is inside the course. I'm saying it in a different way. And I'm telling you, if you call me and you say, hey, Vanessa, people call me all the time. Vanessa, I'm having issue with my e-notary seal. I don't know, And I answer the question. What my answer, if you want it, I could go back into the course, show you the slide, the video, the text that says, you see what I just said? It was right here. I'm not saying, I promise you, there's not, you're not supposed to say like, oh, well, I buy the course or whatever and all the information is not in there. It's all in there. And that's why I feel confident when people are training, because there's literally nothing that I don't discuss. The only topic related to the notary industry that I don't teach is I don't teach process serving and I don't teach permit running. That's it. I don't teach those, but I don't do them. So that's why I don't teach it. If I don't do it, I don't teach it. Okay. Outside of that, it's all in there. I would love to get building instructions as well. That is in the training as well. I purchased your courses. I'm ready to take the next steps, and this is one of them. Let's go. Recently found you, and I think you're great. Oh, well, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Okay. You said who'd I turn into? Do you hear that music? That pizza shop next door, they're having a party. They always party in the morning. They got to get ready. They have to get ready. Okay, so let me tell you what's going on. I do have to skedaddle in a minute. So today at 6:00, I'm going to have a class. We have 10 seats left for this class. It is how to build your own notary request mobile app for the App Store. Okay, we only let 20 people in that class. It is not event pass eligible. You would need to register to attend for that class. I took your apostille class and I loved it. I like it. I like it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. It's a vibe. Guys, I think I'm going to be in New York this weekend. What'd you say? And then we do have the boot camp that is also this weekend. That's event pass eligible. Most all the other events that we have are. Those are the only two that are never event pass eligible. The Build Your Own App Masterclass and the boot camps. You always register for those independently. Outside of that, you can use your unlimited event pass for everything. So the intensive notary bootcamp is about 5 hours of training on all things notary, and it's live. We break it down, all that good stuff. So those are 2 classes we have coming up. If you that link to get into the app one and it says that it's closed, it's because it did sell out. So I'm looking at it now. Like I said, we have 10 seats, 10 virtual seats for that one. Okay, the other thing I'm going to give you before I skedaddle is if you were ever interested in getting started as a loan originator, which is where you write loans for people like mortgages, like the loan officers on your deals that you're closing. I do have a new program that's coming out this weekend. It's Loan Officer Edge for that. The reason why I pushed, I'm telling everybody this, is because, it's because you can do loans from anywhere in the world. And y'all know, like, the way I build my life now is, and I've been doing this for a couple of years, I don't want to have to be in to do anything. Like, if I'm here, cool. But I want to do all my things virtually. I want to be able to maneuver and travel all the things, and loans, you can do that. And so that's why I like really push that, because you can do it from anywhere in the world. And then I'm going to teach you guys how to generate your leads from anywhere too. And so that's the Loan Officer Edge program. It is still on discount for the unlimited pass to all the courses once we launch. You just have to use that promo code. What is that promo? NNA gives you 60% off. And all of our courses, all of our regular courses, and for that one. And you can also use it for the Realtor to Realtor program too. Again, that is for anyone who is a real estate agent or wants to be a real estate agent and you want to learn how to grow and scale your business. So think of the same concept as Notary to Notary, but for mortgages and real estate. And I'm really excited because she's making a reel. Let's get real in this reel, because we're going to help you be able to help you funnel your leads and get deals closed. Same thing like Notary to Notary. You know how we have like the signing service, so we have on-time notary, we send work out through that. Same concept, just duplicated, different services. Okay, I can go back into the after I finished. I was wondering if it would make it show like I hadn't passed subject matter. What do you mean? You can always go in and out of the training. No one, so this is my biggest thing. No one cares about so like everybody gets really big on certifications and like this, da. I'm gonna tell you right now, in the notary space, no one cares. Like the only certification people actually care about, some people, is the NNA, NSA certification. That's just for loan closing. So outside of that, no one cares about anything that you have. None. No one. So like, don't get caught up on, oh, I have a certificate. That doesn't really exist here. It doesn't really exist because it just doesn't. Like, you can be good at what you do. Like, your reviews matter, your client, how you handle your client matter. And there's nothing wrong with getting, certifications in class, but don't get caught up on that. I did a whole class talking about, there's a YouTube video. It said your certification means nothing, because it did. It's like people who get an LLC and they're like, oh, I got an LLC. I filed my articles of organization. Okay, that's great, but are you making money? The paper means nothing. The paper means nothing. And that really is the case for everything. The paper means what is the dollars? Where are the dollars? Are there dollars in? Are there dollars coming in? It's like, if you have think about that. If you have, oh, I got a business, what benefit is to walk around with your LLC paper just to say, oh, I have a business. Okay, but what's the money look like? What I'm concerned, are you making money? So same thing with the notary space. Like, it's a lot of notaries out there that come to me and they're like, oh, I got my certification, and I'm not making any money. Exactly. The certification doesn't matter. It's your skill set that matters. It's your skill set. It's the sales that are made. You either are making money, and there are notaries who don't have certifications and they're making money. I remember this one guy I met, I want to say, I never forgot him. It was probably like my third year in the business and I was doing really good. And this is before Notary to Notary. So I wasn't on social or anything. And he came out to he called me, he asked me to go to coffee or whatever. I saw his page. He had a lot more reviews than I did. He was bigger. He'd been in business longer than me. And he was like, you're doing really good. We started talking about everything. And he was just like, his stuff. And I was telling him about the NNA. He had never heard of the NNA. And he was a 6-figure notary. He'd been doing this for years. No certifications. And he was like, he does loan closings, but he partners with a lot of attorneys. And he was like, but one thing that he told me, and I never forgot this, he said, I know the law. And he started saying all these different situations, like if a signer can't sign, if a signer is blind, all these different situations that I didn't know of. And he told me, and I wish I can find this man, because I met him at a Qdoba. And he said, the one thing that makes me different and it makes me powerful is that I know the law. I filled my head with knowledge of my industry. I am an expert. My expertise is what makes me successful. And I never forgot that. I can see his face clear as day. And we met at a Qdoba. I was working at Qdoba. I was doing it part-time. No, actually, I wasn't working there when I went there, but I still always went there. And he told me that. And this was about 3 years ago. Well, not 3 years ago. This was my third year in the business. I went up my third year. And that's when when I hear from the greats, if you have the success and the metrics I'm looking for, I'm going to listen to you. And so I just threw myself into the law, and he was right. Knowing everything about my industry made me powerful. Okay, knowing like there's nobody can call and ask me any question notary related for the most part. 99.999% of the time, I'm gonna know the answer because I took the time to study it. I took the time to like really involve myself in them, and I consistently do that. And that's what makes me powerful. I did a closing with a company recent. Oh, Tamika knows. And they were in another state, but we were closing in Virginia. And she was asking me because the title company didn't know the notarial law. And they were like asking me the law. And I quoted text. I quoted, it was just not in the handbook. I was able to quote code that she could pull and verify to execute that closing properly. You see what I'm saying? Because she didn't know. And so in me knowing those extra things, because for like in Virginia, in every state, you have extra codes that exist that you should know. And he was the one who told me that. You have codes outside of your handbook that if you master those codes, you are like I'm telling you, because even though you're working with attorneys and title companies and all types of agencies, even attorneys, talk to some attorneys. Most attorneys don't know all the law. I don't think any attorney knows all the law, okay? But a lot of attorneys, they don't know all of the law. They typically just know the ones they use on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? And so when you are well in all of your laws that pertain to your industry, which includes not just notarial law, like I regularly read real estate law, I read estate planning laws, I read anything that could even come in contact with what I read laws in relation to passports, in relation to DMV, because I'm always dealing with like people who need to get car transfers. So that I'm reading those laws. So I know I take the time. I read immigration law, anything that pertains to my industry. I'm taking the time to the law to get well versed and to be knowledgeable. So when someone walks through that door, it's not just let me stamp your paper. It's let me help you with your life. Let me see what, like, it's not just, oh, let me see your ID stamp. It's okay, what are you trying to do? And now I'm more of a I have clients that call me sometimes and just ask questions. They don't even need anything, but they're just so they know, like, oh, I know her. She knows everything about this like industry. And so they'll call me and say, I had a quick question. And, and it's not even to necessarily and stamp a document, but can your clients do that for you? Can your clients call you back and ask you legal questions, right? Do you know your law? Are you that Rolodex they can come to? And anything I always say, I always can quote it. I can give you the link and give you the code. I can give you the citation. I'm not just sitting here guessing and blowing smoke up. It's literally what I know to be what I read, and I show you facts. And if you can't do the same thing, that's where that's a thing that's going to hinder you at the end of the day. You follow me? You're not going to be the best in your space, because if you're in my industry, you're competing with me, and I know all my code and I know all my laws. You see what I'm saying? And I take the time to regularly take trainings, not just on notarial law, but also on marketing, on just things that's going on in the industry, on real estate, on immigration, on anything that's going on. I'm regularly staying well versed so I can be an asset to my potential clients. Okay. Yeah, it could be a lot, but this is your business. Like this is your. I literally was making a partnership deal the other day with a company, and I'm not gonna give too much because we're working on our partnership deal. Not the one else, as a different company, but we were talking. They were like, I was basically like, I pride myself in research. It's what I do. I really enjoy it. And that's the asset that I'm bringing to them, is my ability to research and to provide basic good information, consulting, things like that, because I love researching. So that makes me upset. You follow me? But anyway, I do got a simple side. All right. So if you have the Unlimited Event Pass, the trainings go into the Unlimited Event Pass course. So when you go in there, you'll see your trainings. I think I need to add for May. You may not have the last couple ones that just came out. All the ones from up until April should be in there, and I'll check May's and make sure May's is up to date. And then, of course, once June is done, you'll have all the June ones in there as well. So they're inside your Unlimited Event Pass course, okay? All right, guys, I do have to go. I love you guys. You are making purpose. We're probably going to do an open office week next week. I just have to see if I do go to New York this weekend. I probably will do a little meetup out there. So if you are in New York, you'll see a little post. I'll put it on social media, maybe send it out via email, and we'll take it from there. But I got to inside. You guys be great on purpose. If you have questions, definitely connect with me. I put the links to all the trainings inside of there, and I will talk to you guys. Luego, if you are registering for the Build Your Own Notary Request at Masterclass at 6, I put the link in there. Go to notarytonotary.com, click events. You'll see it there too. And until next time, happy signing. So a notary request app is basically an app that people request. They download it and ask for it. Like I'm just doing mine for eNotary, so they can upload their documents, request the service, and then they upload it, and then it comes to you. You do, and it's a national. People all over the country can request services from you. People can request services from you. So you have an app in the App Store. People can download it, and whenever they need a notary, they can upload the docs and you could e-notarize it. You could also do it for mobile, but we'll talk about that in a class. I mean, for like in-person, I use it for e-notary. Use it for in-person if you want, but I'll give you the caveat to that if you do it for in-person. It's a little more work that goes into it. I prefer, you know me, I'm a big, keep it simple. E-notary, keep it simple. Okay. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Be great on purpose. Until next time, happy sign. Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did.